Brittany Jackson from Learning Technologies. Today we're going to talk about adding a Zoom link to your Moodle course. So here I am in the Moodle playground, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the little edit button up here, and now it's red so I know I'm in editing mode. And I'm going to go ahead here and click on add an activity or resource. And here we're going to choose external tool. Here I'm going to say this is the Zoom link, and then if I click show more, I now have the description. So here, I normally put in this particular information, and this information can be found in the Moodle Taskade. So you can go in and copy and paste that directly out of the Moodle Taskade for adding Zoom to your Moodle course. I normally say to put this so it's displaying on the course page. So this information right here is available and students can see that information. And then under pre-configured tool, if we go ahead and scroll down, click on that, and then we scroll to the bottom and we hit Zoom. And it's going to give you the launch container. Right now it's going to add it as an assignment. If you don't want it to be an assignment, you can go ahead and click on grade and then click none here. And then it's going to take out and it won't show up in your grade book, which may be confusing to some folks. So then once you've got all of that, if you go ahead and hit save and return to course, you now have a Zoom room link here. And if you click on this, because it's not quite fully set up yet, if you click on this, it's going to open a new tab and take you to this rich LTI link. And here you can go ahead and choose to schedule a new meeting. And it's going to keep the topic as your course name, which is good. And you can choose course starts today. It's at 11 a.m. It's typically 1 hour long. What time zone are we in? And here, if it's a recurring meeting, so I'm going to say it recurs weekly, and it's Monday, Wednesday. It's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday course. And I can then choose when that course is going to end. So, I'd go to the end of the 12th week, which would be in April-ish, right around April 9th. Or I can choose how many occurrences there will be. I typically go by date because I know what the answer to that's going to be. You can leave it so there's no check mark for registration required. I don't think that's necessary. I would leave the passcode unmarked because the waiting room is already enabled, and for high-room faculty and staff who have a licensed account with Zoom, we automatically have the waiting room installed and activated, and you can't change that. Mostly because Zoom does require us to have either a passcode or a waiting room, and the passcode could get lost. It could become an issue. You could have a lot of students not be able to access without a passcode the waiting room. You may not see them for a moment, but you should still be able to get them in. And then you can choose whether you want, your video to come on automatically, whether you want the participants on or off, what kind of audio can they access. I would typically leave it as both. And then you can always choose enable join before host, but I wouldn't recommend that. And I normally have mute participants upon entry, because that's a little bit easier instead of trying to navigate and have all the sound there. And then you can choose to record the meeting automatically. I have that set, and I have it set to go in the cloud. And if you're team teaching, you could select and create an alternative host. So I frequently team teach with Amber Chenoweth, so I could put her in here. But I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And I'm going to get rid of the recurring meeting just so that we only have this show up one time. And I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to click save. So now if I come out here to course meeting, I can now see that this particular course meeting is available. And as the instructor, I can click on start. Students will see that they can click on the start button as well. They can't delete the functionality though. So they'll have the start function so they can join the course, or they'll have a join button, but that would be it. If you did a recurrence, this whole thing would be showing up with all of the different recurrences available. I'm going to go ahead and click delete because I actually don't need that. And here I am. I needed to schedule a new one. I can go back in and do a new schedule. So I'm going to go back out to course meetings, and you can look and see what's coming up in your personal meeting room information, what cloud recordings you have. Students could potentially access this as well, but you have this as an available option to you for each of your courses. So now, no matter what, if we come back here out to testing options, if you click on the Zoom room link the first time, it's always going to open that rich LTI section and provide you that list. It'll do the same thing for students. So you want to make sure that the pop-up window is allowed. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention there. And really, that's all there is to adding a Zoom room link. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We're over here in the library. And happy Moodling!